Dear students, today we want to discuss about unit number 3, projections of solids. But in our circular schedule, this is lesson number 6, unit number 3, lesson number 6, types of solids, projections of prisms and cylinders, projections of pyramids and cones, projections of spheres. Before going to these projections of solids, first we want to know the solid. Every solid has three dimensions, nothing but length and breadth and thickness. Solids are divided into polyhedra and solids of revolution. But in polyhedra category, we want to consider tetrahedron, cube, prism and pyramid. First, you want to study all the characteristics of these solids once again. Then goes to second category, solids of revolution. Nothing but in this category we want to consider a cylinder and cone and sphere. But for getting the cylinder, we want to consider rectangle. After revolution of this rectangle, then we want to get a cylinder. Next, for getting the cone, we want to take a right angle triangle. For getting the sphere, we want to get the semicircle. So the three solids are called as in the category of solids of revolution. But tetrahedron and cube and prism and pyramid, these four solids are belongs to category of polyhedra. Now here in these solids there are two different type of solids are there. One is prushtum and one is truncated. Prushtum is nothing but here see in prushtum is nothing but suppose you want to take any one cone. Suppose you want to take any cone. So this is the base, this is the lateral surface, this is apex. Suppose this is the cone. Now this cone is cut by any horizontal plane, nothing but by a knife. You want to cut this cone which is parallel to the base. Then this portion is removed. What is the remaining portion is called as prushtum of the cone. Nothing but in this prushtum we want to observe as this is the bottom base, this is the top base. This type of solid is called as prushtum. So this is called as axis. So this type of solids are called prushtums. But whenever you want to go truncated, truncated means this axis. Suppose this is the cone. Suppose this is the cone. So this is the base diameter. This is the apex. Suppose this cone is cut by any inclined plane. So this portion is removed. This portion is remaining there. This remaining portion is called as truncated portion. So here the cutting plane is parallel to the base. The remaining portion is called as prushtum. So this is prushtum, F-R-U-S-T-U-M. But when the cutting plane is inclined to the base, the remaining portion is called as truncated portion. So in projection of solids, we want to consider these problems. Afterwards, when we want to draw projection of solids, when the axis is perpendicular to HP, when axis is perpendicular to VP, when axis is parallel to both HP and VP. So when the solid is perpendicular to HP, so this perpendicular HP means axis is perpendicular, then first draw top view first. Then you want to go front view. When axis is perpendicular to VP, first draw front view first, then go to front top view. Suppose axis is parallel to both HP and VP, first draw side view first. So these are the three important rules whenever you want to draw the projection of solids. Very, very important. After that, when solid is inclined to one plane and parallel to the other plane, this is other type of condition. Suppose axis is inclined to one plane, nothing but then so axis is inclined to HP and parallel to VP. So suppose the condition is here given in the problem, then here draw top view first. Why? Because in the initial stage and final stage, you want to consider the total problem is divided into two divisions. In the part 1, nothing but in the first initial stage, you want to assume that your axis is perpendicular to HP. Once axis is perpendicular to HP, first draw top view, then project front view, then implement the angle here. This is HP, that is theta angle, then draw top view. Nothing but in this sequence you want to follow the views. First draw top view, then front view, then final front view, then final top view. Suppose here axis is inclined to VP. Suppose axis is inclined to VP. In the first stage, you assume that axis is perpendicular to VP. Once axis is perpendicular to VP, first draw front view. Why? Because front view gives the true shape. First give the front view, draw top view, then final top view, then final front view. In this sequence, you want to follow. Otherwise, you should not get the good clear idea. When the position of solid is inclined to both HP and VP, there are three stages. So, but why we should not consider this type of problems means, why? Because here simple stage, inclined stage, final inclined, nothing but 2 plus 2 plus 2, total 6 figures we want to draw here. It gives more time and it occupies more space. That's why this type of problems we should not consider in the external examination. Afterwards, you have some important points are there. When solid has an edge of its base is in HP. Suppose if any solid, one edge is in HP, that edge should be perpendicular to VP. When you want to draw the views, which side is in the HP, that side must be perpendicular to VP. This is very important point. Suppose the edge of the base is in the VP, that edge must be perpendicular to HP. This is a very important point when you want to draw the projections. Suppose a corner is in the HP. Suppose, why? Because a solid, why? Because suppose here this is pentagon. See, this is the pentagon. So it has one corner, second corner, third corner, fourth corner, fifth corner. So the base, it has 5 corners. Suppose any one corner is in the HP. Suppose any one corner is in the HP, then the sides of the base contain that corner should be equally inclined to the VP. Suppose this is the corner A, it makes equally inclined to, suppose this is the VP, equally inclined means angle 45 and 45. This is 45 degrees, this is 45 degrees. Then you want to draw that corner. Suppose this is the A corner, suppose this is B, this is C, this is D and this is E. A corner is touching with B and E. That's why this is AB and this is AE. Then you want to follow the view. Why? Because any corner is in the HP, that corner it makes equally inclined to the VP. Suppose this corner is in the VP, that makes with angle 45 and 45 with the HP. So these are the important precautions you want to follow before going to the solving the problems. Now we want to practice. So here, see unit number 3, lesson number 7. Yes. So